I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be women and your man cave. Well, as a man, and the reason I refer to it as a man cave is because us guys, men in general, we tend to work out our problems on our own. We like to go to our office or our favorite watering hole or our buddy's place, or we all have place. Maybe it's the garage because we've got our tools out there, but every guy has a place that he goes to contemplate and to think about his challenges and his problems and how to solve them. Now, women, on the other hand, they talk about their problems and work out their solutions to their problems by talking about them. And so in that respect, men and women are like the complete opposite. And so I got an email here from a guy whose man cave happens to be his favorite watering hole in his bar down the street. And it sounds like he's kind of like Norm from that old TV show from the 80s called Cheers. So like when everybody walks in, he knows everybody there. And so it sounds like his girlfriend's getting a little jealous of the other women there. And so he wants to know how to handle this. But he also doesn't want to give up his man cave time. He says, "Hello, Corey. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for all your previous relationship advice. Also, your Kindle book has become a great travel reference for me. My question starts with this. Recently, I've had an unfortunate string of bad luck happen in my life, including being rear-ended while driving, causing a dent in a rim, and an engine blowout on the freeway, and an embarrassing physical therapy practical exam that I knew and should have passed, but I didn't due to the stress of my issues. In addition, I found out that I have to find a way to fix all this within 2 weeks. There are other things I won't go into, but as you can tell, I'm on the edge. My girlfriend is helping me through this arduous time, but like most men, I need to spend time in my proverbial man cave. One of these caves is a local bar or lounge I've been a regular at for years, so I naturally know most of the people there, including the bouncers and DJs. Since my relocation, this bar and lounge is within walking distance to where I live. My girlfriend, however, is a little concerned with me going to this location alone. It opens at 10 p.m. and closes at 2 a.m. She starts work at 6 a.m. I would assume that means 6 p.m. 6 a.m. She can't come with me. She's worried about me hitting on and dancing with other girls while I'm out, and I admit that I do have a lot of female friends who go to this bar and lounge, a few of whom I casually dated in the past and even introduced to my girlfriend to. I know introducing exes can be shaky in a relatively new relationship, about 5 months they've been dating apparently, but I figured if she's got the chance to meet a few of my female friends, she would feel a little more secure about meeting up with them once in a while. While she's never made any accusations, she does question a lot of details. Is her concern normal or valid? And I would say absolutely yes. And here's the deal. All women have a natural, innate fear of losing their protector. Because you got to think back to the times when we had to worry about getting eaten by saber-toothed tigers. And literally, a woman's survival and the survival of her children depended upon a man being her protector and looking out for her. And if another woman got in between her and her man, there's a chance that she could get dumped out into the cold and the rain to get eaten by the animals. And so, instinctively or at a certain level, women have this innate fear of other women coming and stealing their man or their protector, especially when they're head over heels in love with you and they really appreciate you and your relationship is really important to them. So the best way to handle that is you gotta take that into consideration. And I like what you've done by taking your girlfriend to your watering hole and introducing you to some of her friends. So take her there on days that you know she's off, and so she can meet and get to know everybody. And who knows? Maybe she'll become friendly with some of these girlfriends. I mean, who knows? Maybe you can bring one of these girls back together that you both like and have a threesome. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities there. I just want you to think a little bit outside the box. But the key is that you got to include her in your life, and you got to understand that this is just a simple fear, and so she's looking for validation. And it's not that you're going to sit there and justify your behavior. You can just say, baby, anytime you feel jealous and you come on down there and you talk to any of the girls, just pick a day and we'll go down there and we'll hang out and you can talk to any of these women. But I want you to know you're my number one. You're my number one squeeze, and I would never cheat on you, and I love you and I adore you. But, this is my man cave. I have a lot of friends there, and we go and we talk, and I blow off steam, especially with the stress. And I'm not going to give that up. I need to have this. I need to have my friends. This is just one of the places that I go. And if you're feeling uncomfortable or insecure about this, I can understand. But, come with me when you can, and I'll introduce you to everybody. But I also need to have time where I can just go and blow off steam and be alone. And so I don't want you getting jealous, but I also want you to respect the fact that I need time alone or time with my other friends in my man cave. And so that's the best way to handle it. And making sure you take her out and you date her properly, at least once a week. Take her on a date that's just you and her, where you romance her, just like when you first started dating her. That's the best way to do it, because if a lot of guys, when they get to this point in their relationship, they're like, oh, I got her, she's at home, I got these problems, whatever, I'm trying to save money, so I'm not going to take her out. And then you're going out and blowing money, drinking booze and partying with your buddies, but you don't take her out to dinner and romance her. And that will cause a woman to feel uncomfortable and insecure in the relationship, because she figures, hey, if you're going and spending your money hanging out at your watering hole with your ex-girlfriends or your ex-lovers, because a woman's going to think that way, then she's thinking that she's no longer important enough to you for you to spend the money that you do have taking her out on a date. And so that's very, very, very important. The courtship never ends in a relationship. And so if you're not taking your girl out at least once a week on a date, a dinner date, taking her someplace special, then she's going to become fearful that if you're not, because women are just naturally going to think, well, if you're not spending time and money with or on her, then you're probably doing it with some other woman, especially a place that she knows there are women that you've hooked up with and slept with in the past. And so that could be a trigger for why she's feeling insecure. And so you show her through your actions that she's your number one, because you're going to take her out on a date, on her days off, and occasionally take her to your neighborhood bar and let her meet everybody and hang out. And that's really the best thing you can do. Because if you do that and you include her in your plans and you're taking her out and she knows what you're spending money on, obviously, then you got nothing to worry about. So if you find this message of value, you could show your appreciation by going to my website, understandingrelationships.com, and clicking the Wibiya toolbar on the bottom of any page of my website. Click the PayPal donate button on the Wibiya toolbar and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of this information or the information in this video. At the very least, you can share this video with any one of your friends and family who you think may appreciate the value of the information in it. And if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic you'd like me to cover in a future video newsletter, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen, which is located on my website, and just send me 3 or 4 paragraphs maximum detailing your situation and your challenges, and give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet. And I also get a lot of email from my paying phone coaching customers. So I gotta focus on their emails first, but be patient. I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest and the most efficient way to get to me so I can help you with your situation is to book a paid phone coaching session by clicking the Products tab, which is at the top of my screen, understandingrelationships.com, and just follow the instructions for booking a paid phone coaching session. And I will talk to you soon.